Hey folks, welcome to another list video. You keyboard warriors can relax and lay down your arms. I'm not here to roast any bikes or riding styles, but instead share some knowledge. We're talking about the top 10 essential motorcycle accessories, so if you're offended by free advice, then by all means, let us know down in the comments. Today, let's forget about performance mods. I'll save that for the next episode of Yam and Spite's Tail Tidy and Slip-On Exhaust Shop. And I'm also not talking about essential riding gear such as a helmet, jacket, boots, or gloves. Instead, we're going to be focusing on accessories that will greatly increase the level of comfort, safety, and usability on your motorcycle. For example, neon underglow. The eye-catching kaleidoscopic array of lights beneath your Turbo Hayabusa not only keeps you safer by increasing your visibility, but also helps retain resale value. That's a freebie, not even one of our 10. That's a gift from me to you. Number 1 on our list of 10 essential motorcycle accessories is a handlebar phone mount. This is applicable to just about any style of rider, unless you're one of those cool guys who wears suspenders and still uses a Nokia from 2005 because he doesn't want any global tech giants eavesdropping on his coffee order. Most importantly, a phone mount will allow you to utilize a GPS. Oftentimes, half of the fun of riding a motorcycle is getting lost, exploring new roads, and taking in the scenery. That's all fine and dandy until you end up lost on the wrong side of the tracks, kidnapped or held in a pit in a man's basement where he demands for you to put the lotion on your skin. Yikes. Or more realistically, you find yourself having to pull off into a gas station more frequently than you'd like in order to check your phone for directions, only to forget them once again when you're 10 miles down the road. Regardless of which scenario you'd like to avoid, having your phone mounted to your handlebars will keep your GPS up and you'll be safely on track to your next destination. Whether that be the biker bar, the Whole Foods, or your ex's house because it is her birthday and you've never moved on, even though she has made it perfectly clear it is not gonna happen. Okay, number 2 on our list goes hand in hand with our previous entry, a motorcycle comm system. These devices are essential for our team. We're always using our Cardo headsets or out riding and shooting videos. Not only do they allow you to communicate with other riders while you're out on the road, you're also able to take calls, stream music from your phone, follow turn-by-turn directions, or even listen to the good old-fashioned American FM radio if you were so inclined. Just think about the possibilities for a minute. Say you're out on the road listening to the novelization of the film Wild Hogs starring Tim Allen and John Travolta, and you receive a call about your vehicle's extended warranty. Panicked, you are quick to disclose your social security, phone number, home address, and mother's maiden name to the operator. After entertaining the conversation for nearly 15 minutes, you learn that your warranty is indeed intact and will be honored. These are the types of discoveries that can be made from the comfort of your cockpit if you're savvy enough to implement a comm system into your daily riding loadout. Did you know that we actually sell Cardo comm systems on our shop now? That's right, head over to shop.yamini.co to pick one up. Remember, every dollar you spend gets an entry to win one of our giveaway bikes, and better yet, if you're a member at yamini.co, you'll get 10% off as our way of saying thank you for being part of our community. We got the new Pack Talk Edge over there, so definitely check that out. Number 3, luggage. Oh boy, Spite is just getting so excited, hot and bothered right now talking about luggage. This can be either in the form of traditional saddlebags or smaller tail pouches and tank bags. Utilizing bags on your motorcycle is a sign of true maturity. After one longer trip using bags instead of a backpack, you will realize that functionality often trumps aesthetics. Similarly as to how when a man grows older, his tennis shoes become larger and wider. As a rider grows older, his bike's carrying capacity increases. A rider may start with a tail pouch or a tank bag and then add saddlebags and then a passenger backrest with a trunk. An older rider looks upon his, quote, fully dressed bike contented with its girthy utility. A mature rider understands that sometimes it is necessary to sacrifice fashion for stats. As the weather becomes increasingly chaotic and unpredictable in most corners of the country, number 4 on our list is an ultra-functional accessory that can greatly increase your comfort in less temperate riding conditions. It's heated grips. Midwestern riders who have been emboldened enough to take those early April or late November rides know how quickly heated grips can take your experience from totally miserable to totally tolerable. When riding in the cold, you can wear as much cold weather gear as you like, but nothing is going to keep your mitts quite as comfortable as heated grips. Considering your hands are responsible for quite a few imperative functions on a motorcycle, it stands to reason you should allow them a little tender loving care while out in the elements. Number 5 on our list of essential motorcycle accessories is a trickle charger. While our friends in the Great White North are no stranger to these during their routine bouts of winterization, most riders can actually benefit from outfitting their bike with a trickle charger that allows them to quickly plug in and charge their motorcycle battery over time. Alternative to jump starting, a trickle charger will keep a battery topped up over time without the risk of overcharging or damaging the battery. While we'd all like to be riding our bikes frequently enough that we don't run the risk of losing necessary voltage in our batteries, sometimes life has other plans. It could be that you have too many bikes in the stable and end up sitting longer on some than others. Or maybe your mom confiscated the keys to your ride as punishment for spending all of your time, money, and resources on your motorcycle, and in lieu of moving out and getting your own place, for Christ's sake, you're almost 30, you have to do something with your life. Regardless, you don't want to be the guy that shows up to the ride out sweaty and breathless like you're back in middle school football practice because you had to push start your 500-pound ADV to the sidewalk in front of your house. And that brings us to number 6, it's frame sliders or crash bars. We've installed frame sliders on many of the giveaway bikes we've had in the shop. Crash protection for your motorcycle can come in a variety of forms. Frame sliders on sport bikes and crash bars or engine guards on cruisers and adventure bikes are likely the most common that you'll encounter. No matter the style you need to fit your bike, engine protection is a necessary prophylactic measure you need to shield your bike's most vulnerable components. A frame slider attaches to structural bolts on the frame and extends a few inches outside of the bike, giving you just enough extra width to prevent anything too important from making contact to the ground in the event of a low side or a parking lot tip over. Engine guards and crash bars work similarly as they attach to your frame and protect your engine from damage in the event you aren't able to keep it shiny side up. You spent practically your entire life savings on a toy that propels you through time and space, and so I know being responsible likely isn't your strong suit, but it might give you some peace of mind as you bust dank nooners in the parking lot behind Costco. On average, a flatbed truck to transport your busted motorcycle is going to cost at least $300 to $400, not to mention the feelings of shame and helplessness you will experience as a large bearded man named Ronson helps you push your noble steed onto the bed of a truck. Alternatively, a motorcycle toolkit, number 7 on our list, and a little DIY knowledge will cost you about $50 with unlimited return on investment. That sounds like pretty cheap insurance to me. A standard toolkit for your motorcycle includes a tire patch kit and any necessary wrenches, Allen keys, and a screwdriver that may be necessary to fix just about any common problem you may run into while out on the road. You're not going to be doing any engine rebuilds, but you will be able to tackle the small stuff. Any style of bike could benefit from having a well-equipped toolkit on board, especially if you'll be traveling longer distances beyond crossing town to visit your favorite coffee shop. It is easier to carry a toolkit on your bike than to maintain the toxic relationship with your one friend who has a pickup truck, just in case you end up stranded on the side of the road and you may need to transport your bike. Number 8 on our list of essential accessories is a transition visor for your helmet. Sometimes referred to as a photochromic visor, these face shields transition through stages of tint based on the amount of sun they are exposed to. Remember the kid you went to elementary school with, the one with the Pokemon lunchbox who would come inside from recess looking like Neo from the Matrix because his glasses had yet to transition back to standard lenses after being in the sun? Yeah, a photochromatic visor is just like that. While transition lenses for your eyeglasses may be a little dorky, a transition visor for your motorcycle helmet is as functional as it is stylish. Instead of having to juggle multiple pairs of glasses, having a visor that automatically adjusts its color to match the level of sunlight out is a perfect option for rides where the sun may be setting before your return home. Everyone has seen that guy in a ride who has his visor up, squinting, blinded by the wind because he had left the tinted one on and now is riding after sundown. Number 9, a lock. While I wish we lived in a world where motorcycles were as respected and revered as children or pets, they are not. They are fun, expensive, shiny toys on wheels that a few able-bodied individuals can easily lift onto a truck or trailer and carry off into the horizon. Any motorcyclist living in a highly populated area without the luxury of a fully enclosed garage knows just how easily their motorcycles can wander off or be sent to a farm upstate. Unfortunately, there's really not a 100% surefire way to stop a motorcycle from being stolen. Any thief with enough time and desire can steal a bike that is parked out in the elements, but there are plenty of options that will make it a lot harder or inconvenient enough that a thief will disregard your bike and just move on. Locks for your motorcycles come in a few different styles that vary in their effectiveness and ease of use. There are chain locks, brake disc locks, and brake lever grip locks. The choice that is best for you will depend on how much time you want to spend locking and unlocking your bike every time you ride. If you're really concerned, you can try a combination of different styles or consider investing in a tracking device that can be used by the police or vigilante group of choice to locate your stolen motorcycle. Number 10, throttle lock. I don't mean a lock like we spoke about previously, that would be kind of crazy, but instead a throttle lock acts as a rudimentary cruise control that locks your throttle in a position to maintain your desired speed. While many modern motorcycles come equipped with cruise control from the factory, a throttle lock is a good option for riders with older or less advanced motorcycles who want to reduce hand fatigue on longer rides. You won't be using a throttle lock as often as you would on a traditional cruise control on your car, as constantly working your throttle is an important aspect of controlling your motorcycle, but it can definitely make your life easier if you have plans to hit the open road. Pilgrimage to Sturgis, maybe? Fact. Developed by Alfred Fielding and Marc Chabannes in 1957, bubble wrap was initially intended to be used as a three-dimensional wallpaper. Goodbye. Well, look at you. You've made it to the end of another Yammy Noob video. You should consider yourself pretty lucky because I have curated this one right over here for you to continue watching. It's probably just as good as the one you just saw. Unless you hated the one you just saw. I don't know, maybe leave me a comment down below about how much you hated it as well too. Or just keep watching this one. Make sure you keep watching Yammy Noob. Don't forget to keep watching Yammy Noob. That's the most important thing. Keep watching Yammy Noob.